evening and welcome to the UK SimRacers MX5 League on a Tuesday evening, live from Brands Hatch. I am James Parfitt and I will be bringing you all the action this evening. And in the background tonight we've got producer, my confidant, my right hand man, the man with the cams, is Tyler Oldham on production. So he will be there having his finger on the button, recording all the action when we get it. Broadcast live on the UK SimRacers YouTube channel and using iRacing, the world's premier simulator. Now, last week, guys, we had an absolutely epic evening of racing at Phillip Island. We have Pete Van Gaal winning race 1, Pete Newman winning race 2, Pete Van Gaal winning race 3, and Daniel Hunt winning race 4. Now, what has that done to the standings currently in the UK SimRacers League? Well, currently at the top is Pete Newman on 1,980 points. Pete Van Gaal is on 1,831. And then after that, we've got Jamie Ayres on 1,726. Andy Maxwell on 1,644. Charles Kellerman on 1,628. And rounding out your top 6 is Steve Hefford on 1,626. Now in the AMs, okay, so we go over to the AMs. We got Darrell Wright leading the AMs on 1,496 on that one. Then we got Steve Hansford on 1,453, Andy Littler on 1,401, and then we've got Jason Morris on 1,381, and then rounding out your top 5 in the AMs is Alan Toon on 1,296. So if you are here, guys, don't forget to say hi. That will be absolutely amazing. Hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up, and turn on them bells for notifications, because you will not want to miss any of the action. Now, as you can see on the screen is the schedule at the moment. We're here at round 7 in Brands Hatch. We are also heading next week into Interlagos. Then we've got Watkins Glen, and then we round out the season at Daytona. Now, don't worry. An announcement coming right now is UK SimRacers, JamesParfittBroadcasting will be teaming up again next season on a Tuesday evening. That was confirmed earlier on this week. So we will be again broadcasting the UK SimRacers League next season as well. Okay, so not worry. You're not going to want to miss any of the action. You're not going to miss any of the action. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button on the UK SimRacers YouTube channel, and you will be the first then to know when we go live. The announcements will be made. We will send out when the season's going to start, how long it's going to be, and your options if you want to join on the season. Don't forget as well, you can get involved in this great league with its great MX5 action. And I think, to be honest, guys, Phillip Island last week was just the pinnacle for me of MX5 action. It was close, and I mean close. There was like 5 people together. It was absolutely crazy with it in the top 5. They were nose to tail constantly, and it was absolutely amazing. There was action all the way through the field as well. So for me, get involved with the MX5 League. Okay, head over to the uksimracers.co.uk. Find a link for the Discord. You can join there as well. Get yourselves involved, because trust me, you will not regret it. A great community, great bunch of lads and lasses involved in this as well. And we've got the return of Mike Wortman, my man. He's coming back this week as well in the Optical Blue team. So he will be here as well, hopefully next season. So get yourselves involved, because I promise you, you won't regret it in any shape or form. You will have an absolute blast and fully enjoy the league racing. Okay, so that will be next season, will be announced as well. And we are running next season for the UK SimRacers on a Tuesday evening. So there you go. We have got little under about a minute 10 now left of practice. And then we will be going into qualifying. Then we'll go into race 1 on a reverse, race 2 for race 2. So there you go. So we'll have qualifying. We'll determine race 1 grid order. There you go. I should have made it a little bit clearer. Race 2 will be on a reverse grid. And then race 3 and race 4 we will change sessions for, and that will also be done then as well. Okay, so make sure you get yourselves involved. Pay attention, grab a drink, get some popcorn, sit back, relax, and enjoy the next couple of hours that we're going to bring you, because the racing, you will, trust me, you will not want to miss. And it is here at Brands Hatch in the UK. They turn around and they say they want to go spend the money at Silverstone. They want to spend the money on the F1 in Brands. But what they don't, in F1 at Silverstone. But why? We have the pinnacle of racing right here at the Brands Hatch International Circuit. Corners such as Druids, Surtees, Hawthorne, Westfield, Dingledale, Clearways, Clark Curve, Brabham Straight. What more could you ask for in this absolutely epic race circuit that is Brands Hatch? It's absolutely incredible. So there you go, guys, and get yourselves, as I say, get yourselves involved. Head over to uksimracers.co.uk, and you will bring you all, you can get yourself involved in all the action. Right, we are going into qualifying now, guys. I'm going to duck out and bring you up the race screen. So I'll see you in 2 seconds. Right. So there you go, guys. Everybody has come flooding out for qualifying in the next qualifying session, guys, as well. Sit back, chill out, relax, enjoy it, because trust me, you are going to want to. It will be absolutely epic as the floods of cars come out of the pits. Jamie Ayres, Pete Newman, Pete Van Gogh, Charles Kellerman, Martin Sampson, Jason Morris, they're all heading out, streaming out for their outlaps, and doing an absolute stellar job. Them guys as well. I cannot wait to see how this race goes, because as you know, anybody that knows me will know that I do get a little bit excited, and it's normally put onto the fact that obviously I've just got too excited for my own good. You know what I mean? I get really excited, I get really engrossed in the racing, and then before I know it, I'm in full swing. Okay? So you won't regret it, guys. You're not going to want to miss a single thing there as well. As you can see, Van Gogh, Hereford are in the same team. They were Team Momo. Then we've got Charles Kellerman, Andy Maxwell, they're in optical green. And then optical blue, Elise May, optical blue, sorry, Martin Sampson, Mike Wortman is on track. Steve Hansford's also in optical green. It's going to be an absolute stellar evening of racing, so make sure you tune in. Stay tuned and keep an eye on that for you as well. We will have all the action on the screen live for tonight. Race from Brands Hatch. So there you go. There is all current qualifying sectors going on at the bottom of your screen. As you can see, it leads off with Daniel Hunt will be the first man across the line. Jamie Ayres, Pete Newman, Pete Van Gogh, Steve Hereford, they're all there. So you can see that taking place. Okay, it will be, they will come across the line. Everybody's going to be green for the first time, partly because obviously, you know, it's the first ones out. It's obvious they're going to be green. So let's see what they can do next time out when they go round. Can they still get green and get purple? And the lap times are expected to come down, and I'm expected to see them absolutely tumble. So yeah, make sure you tune in for that one, because it is qualifying will be an absolutely stellar race and a stellar session. So here we go. Don't forget, guys, as well, you can hit me up on JamesParfittBroadcasting.co.uk or head over to my Twitter, JParfitt12, and you will see all the action when I'm live and everything else. And obviously, as well, obviously when I go live on JamesParfitt.co.uk, got a busy week for me this week, guys. It's going to be absolutely incredible. Right, as you can see here, we're going to have cars coming across the track very shortly, and you will see the times come up on the left-hand side. They will all be there for you, telling you where people are, where they go across the time, and then we'll see what happens from that one. So we just have to keep an eye on this and see what sort of times we're looking at this evening. Right, so currently we've got Jamie Ayres on a 1:38.054. He is on pole. Van Gaal is in second on a 1:38.126. And then we've got Daniel Hunt, Ralph Cullinan there in the mix on. That was Steve Hefford, Elise Main, Charles Kellerman, Mick Barry, and then we have Mr. Hansford himself, Steve Hansford, putting in the shift there, currently in 9th place. So keep an eye on that one. Don't forget, we have AMs and pros, guys, so be aware. We've got two mixtures of classes. The AMs are the blue or teal or whatever you would like to call the colour. The yellow is the pros. Right, so here we go for qualifying. We will bring you up the qualifying time, let you know how long is left of qualifying. That will appear on the top left-hand side of your screen, and that will show you how long it is left. You've got 8 minutes and 45 seconds remaining of qualifying, guys. So these guys are able to go round and put the times on the board and see what they can come up with and see how far they can get up the screen, up onto the grid. They want to be in the top 5. So let's see how and whether or not this will actually get them up there. See what they can do. Right, there is Pete Newman currently sitting on pole with a 1:37.69. The first man to break into the 1:37s. And of course, it is the one and only Pete Newman on a 1:37.69. Martin Sampson on a 1:37.75. Was unlucky last week, Martin Sampson. Involved in a few incidents that weren't always his fault, and it is a tough one in this league because these guys race so closely. But, you know, that's how it is. But it's like, you know, we had from Daniel Hunt last week where he come into the booth. He turned around and just basically said, I don't mind if I get taken out in the last lap. It's just the racing I'm here for. So, you know, there you go. Absolutely incredible from him. You know, that's the attitude we have. That's the attitude we like. Right, 6.5 minutes remaining. Jamie Ayres has just gone off track, so that's not going to count. Daniel Hunt's been off as well. Alan Tombs, Steve Hansford. They are the main protagonists at the moment for going off track. So we'll just keep an eye on them to make sure that it's not, because they won't, obviously, anybody that knows iRacing knows that they won't register a time if they go off track. Their lap will not count. So yeah, we'll just have to make sure that these guys complete a lap where they're not going off. Now this is your leader of the AMs, Jason Morris, currently on circuit, doing a 1:38.54. Okay, so there's Jason Morris doing a 1:38.54, leading of the AMs, 8th overall. Now, I think the interesting thing with this, guys, is we do have AMs and pros, but, you know, when the reverse grid gets kicked in race 2, you know, we have, like, Jason Morris, Alan Toon, Mick Barry, Darrell Wright, all get involved because it's a top 15 reverse grid. And these guys end up, if they finish down like now, if they finish now, so Darrell Wright is currently 15th. In the race, if he finishes in race 1, if he finishes there, he goes on to pole position for the next one. So, you know, it does mix it up a bit, and it's absolutely incredible. So we just had notifications that it's actually come through of 17 reverse, so top 17. So that puts Andy Littler. So that will put Andy Littler on pole if they finish where they are right now in the race. Andy Littler will be on pole for race 2. So I hope that clears up the whole reverse grid situation. And yeah, it certainly brings a different dimension to racing, I've got to be honest. So you can see it on the right hand side, your weather currently is May the 15th, 2022 at 8:24 in the morning. 7 miles an hour wind, 19 degrees centigrade currently, and 21 degrees on track. Partly cloudy. So there you go, that is the current weather settings in this session as we see there. That, I believe, behind Andy Littler was one of the optical reds. I'm going to be going with Elise Main, considering she's the only optical red driver currently in the session. And there she is, just going off track. Round at the top part, that was Westfield and Dingledale. She was off on there as well. And Dingledale corner, which is quite a tricky corner. We'll try and jump on board. We can jump on board with Pete Newman on the cockpit. He's coming into Dingledale now. You can see it here, uphill, off camber, blind bend. Oh, that has got to be an off. Was that an off track from Pete Newman? If not, I am taking that line next time, because how that was not an off, I do not know. He took a bunch of curb there and really should have been registered as an off track, and it didn't. So there you go. It looks like he's lifted it off, so we're going to assume that that was an off track or some kind of slowdown that Pete Newman has managed to Pete Newman has managed to pick up there. So here we go. We are going round Paddock Hill, coming up into Druids. On the brakes down, we go through the gears. First gear, Pete Newman on the gas, second on the exit. Coming down now through Graham Hill. This is the corner that I don't like this corner. I can never get it right in an MX5, but Pete Newman seems to. Coming up into the long left-hander of Surtees now. Oh, he gets a little bit of a tank slapper on, does Pete Newman. Hard on the throttle we go. Up through the gears. Third gear. Gonna be touching fourth. Oh, there you go. Fourth gear now as we're coming into the fast right-hander of Hawthorne. Slight little lift, get the car hooked up, and then away we go, says Pete Newman. Flat on the accelerator now, going around, coming into Westfield. Right-hander, dropping down the hill into Dingledale. Coming out the other side for the blind right-hander of Dingledale corner. Oh, Pete, oh, that's a lot of curb he's taking again. Coming down now into Sterling's. We're going to go left in second gear, full acceleration. Second, third, fourth coming into Clark. Down to third we go, get the car hooked up, get it down into second, and oh, just as we thought we were going to get a lap across the line, Newman goes in the pits. Never mind. Maybe next time we'll get him a lap. Let's bring you through. Currently on the board, you see it on the left-hand side, we've got Newman, Sampson, Ayres, Van Gaal, Hunt, Hefford, Maxwell, Morris, Cullinan, Jones, Kellerman, Wortman, Main, Barry, and Wright. All doing the business and currently rounding out your top 15. So stay tuned, guys, for this one. We've got about a minute 10, just under a minute 10 left of the qualifying. before we go into what will be, well, absolute. It's going to be an epic race. Let's just put it that way. I got a funny feeling it's going to be an absolute epic race. So I cannot wait. 4 15-minute races here at Brands in the UK with the UK SimRacers can only mean one thing: epic, epic racing. You're not going to want to miss this, guys. You're not going to want to go anywhere. Sit back, chill out, relax, drinks, popcorn, snacks, chocolate roasted, I don't know, whatever they do now. What is it? Raisins. You can get it all. But just sit back and enjoy it, because trust me, as you can see here, Charles Kellerman taking a completely different line round Surtees there. Not your normal line, but he needs to either pull over or no, he's back on track, and that is the end of qualifying. Before we go in to the grid now, there you go. Pete Newman is in first place, Martin Sampson in second, Jamie Ayres in third, Van Gool in fourth, Daniel Hunt in fifth, Steve Hefford in sixth, Andy Maxwell in seventh, Jason Morris in eighth, overall leader of your Hams, Ralph Cullingham in ninth, Craig Jones in 10th, Charles Kellerman 11th, Mike Waltman 13th, Elise Main there, Mike Waltman 12th, sorry, Elise Main in 13th, Mick Barry 14th, Darrell Wright 15th, Steve Hansford 16th, Alan Toon 17th, and Andy Littler is currently down in 18th place. If you are here, guys, much love. Thank you so much for joining us. Subscribe, thumbs up, bells for notifications, and you'll be the first to know every time the action goes live, okay? And you're not going to want to miss a single bit. But here we go, coming into Heat 1. There's a few just to get back on the grid. Daniel Hunt is the last one remaining. Go, go, go. Very soon, my friend. Very soon. Just waiting for Daniel Hunt to get onto the grid. Patiently waiting for Daniel Hunt to get onto the grid. Patience is a virtue. 30 seconds. Daniel Hunt is on the grid now. Should be getting lights. 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're live for the race 1 of Brands Hatch for the UK SimRacers. Here we go, bounding down into turn 1. Pete Newman in first, Martin Sampson in second, Jamie Ayres in third, Pete Van Gool right up behind him, Daniel Hunt is in the mix as well, Steve Hefford, Andy Maxwell and Jason Morris. They all seem currently to make it round turn 1. There was slight contact there. You can hear that in the background, that big crunching noise. Darrell Wright's been off track, but he looks like he's coming on at the back end of the field as we're heading down into Surtees on lap 1 for this 15-minute race to go. Going around Surtees now on that run. Down we go. All the way down Pilgrim's Drop, coming down into Hawthorne. Van Gool is under attack from Daniel Hunt. Pete Newman is in there in the lead at the moment. Jamie Ayres is all over Sampson as they're heading up now into the top part, into Westfield they go. Sampson's holding that inside line. How is this going to work? Down in Dingledale, up in the corner we go. These guys still side by side now. What's going to happen here? Sampson takes the inside line. Ayres is on the grass. We could see that coming. Can he get the car slowed down? He can. Loses, about 3 positions, maybe 4. Depending what happens here. Ralph Cullen and Jamie Ayres swapping Jason Morris all the way down the straight. There is Ralph on the inside. There is Jason behind us. But currently out in front is that man at the bottom of your screen, Pete Newman, followed by Martin Sampson and Pete Van Gool as these guys rushing into turn 1 side by side. Down they go, round down Paddock Hill. Here we go now, Pete Van Gool in the Momo car. Jamie Ayres, Steve Hefford, Pete's in the white, Hefford's in the yellow, Jamie Ayres is in the black. So that is Pete Van Gool making that move past Martin Sampson and is currently up into second place. Daniel Hunt trying to go up the inside of Martin Sampson now. Can he get 2 for 1? He's done the first one. Is he going to get the next one? Van Gool runs a little bit wide, but here's the toe. The draft all the way down Pilgrims. Hefford's really pushing along. Daniel Hunt, they are literally nose to tail as they're coming into the fast right-hander. That is Westfield. Van Gool, Hunt, Hefford, Sampson. Sampson's going down the order. God, faster than my burgers at a barbecue, I'll tell you that much. He's plummeted all the way down from second now, and he's down in 5th place. Looks like, I'm not going to lie, it's soon to be 6th. It is. Is it going to be 7th? What has happened to Martin Sampson? Mick Barry's been taking a little bit of a diversion, but he's back on track and racing. But Martin Sampson is just absolutely plummeted from second down into 6th. And he's not looking comfortably now. We're on the nose with Craig Jones. See Martin Sampson sitting in the middle of the track. Jason Morris, Ralph Cullinan there as well. Dropping down. Oh, wow. That was close action. Oh, spinner in the back. I believe that's Charles Kellerman. Oh, he's going down the field. Charles Kellerman spinning out the back. Steve Hefford now is in second place. Van Gool, Ayres and Hunt. These guys mixing it up. Now, we did have a bit of a discussion with these guys last week with Steve Hefford, Van Gool. And we discussed about not taking out your teammate. Oh, as we see Jamie Ayres just kind of run out of room. Come back on track car number 46. Mike Wortman, Jason Morris been involved in an incident. We'll have a look at that one back in a minute. But Mick Barry is right beside Ralph Cullinan and Craig Jones. There you go from the Results Clothing iRacing team. Pushing around. We're going to have a look at that incident right now. That is Jason Morris. There is Mike Wortman. There is Ralph Cullinan. Oh, Ayres goes off. Oh, Morris goes round. Oh no, here's Wortman. Oh, nowhere for Wortman or Main to go. And that has put Mike Wortman into the pits for race 1. 10 minutes remaining. Newman is off. He has gone 3.6 seconds out in front. Then we've got Hefford. Then we've got Van Gool. Then we've got Hunt. All vying for that second place as Pete Newman just does the fastest lap of the race on a 1:38.34. On lap 4 we go now down through Paddock up into Druids. Turning the right-hander of Druids, Daniel Hunt, first gear, gets a slide on. See the massive correction on his steering wheel. Then it's second gear we go. Bit of a curb on the inside, running as much as we're allowed on the right. And we are allowed quite a bit heading up into 30s. Ralph Cullinan, Mick Barry also in the mix of a battle. We can go back to that battle very shortly, but after we follow Daniel Hunt down Pilgrims, coming into Westfield, where's he going to go? He's got nowhere to go, apart from to give Steve Hefford a gentle little nudge there. And that's allowed Van Gool to run round the outside and take second place. Daniel Hunt is literally all over Steve Hefford. Takes a little bit of a tighter line there as they're coming round now. Down into Dingledale, up on the right-hander over the curb we go. Into Sterling's before we go run down Clearways. Van Gool's off track. Van Gool is all out of shape. You can see him on the left-hand side there. Got majorly out of shape, and we'll go back in a minute and have a look at the Mick Barry battle, because these guys are really close with Ralph Cullen and Craig Jones. We'll just let this play out round the end of turn 1. You can see him at the background there. Steve Hefford, Daniel Hunt, Van Gool. Sampson's now coming back. So whatever problem Sampson had is now corrected. He's coming back through the field. Jamie Ayres popping in the fastest lap of the race on a 1:37.51. currently. So Jamie Ayres is the fastest lap of the current race. On the top of the board is your class leaders with Newman and Jones. Leading happily there is Andy Maxwell, Ralph Cullinan, Craig Jones, Mick Barry. Poor Andy Maxwell from Optical Green. He's got no teammates with him, and now has unfortunately got the 3 guys from Results Clothing climbing all over him. Andy Maxwell from Optical Green, if you're going to do this, mate, you've got to do it solo because none of your guys are there. Steve Hansford's down in 12th. Charles Kellerman's down in 15th. There is no support from Andy Maxwell. Andy's going to have to turn into a one-man iron team. He's going to have to go for it. He's coming down now, dropping down the hill into Dingledell. We go coming up the other side into corner. Taking a right-hander here. We've still got Craig Jones behind us. We're going to tighten up this line. Can he hold him? Can Andy Maxwell hold back any of these guys, or is he going to get swamped? He's been done already by Ralph Cullinan. Craig Jones looks like he's trying to come up the inside. He's got him as well. Can Mick Barry make it a trio of Results Clothing iRacing team here to go past the poor Andy Maxwell, who was going in team on this one. He was on the front 4 of the pack. He's still managing to stay with him. Here he goes, coming up to Craig Jones now, looking on the inside. He's not having none of it. He may be an eye, but he doesn't care that. He doesn't care. He doesn't care if there's 4 people from one team. Andy Maxwell is going to put on his gloves. He's going to step in the ring, and he's going to take them all on. And that is what he is doing. See, Pete Newman is absolutely barnstorming gap. Now let's go back. Hansford and Van Gaal right next to each other as they're heading down. Pilgrim's coming into Hawthorne. Fast right-hander. Hunt is out in 2nd. Van Gaal 3rd. Hefford's in 4th. Ayres in 5th. Sampson's back down in 6th place after being overtaken there by Jamie Ayres. So here we go now. We're going to go back now to Maxwell, Craig Jones battle. There you go. Maxwell's putting up a fight and he's trying to come back through. He's manages to clear 2 of them now. He's back up into 9th. Craig Jones is the leader of the AMS. Andy Maxwell 8th overall in the pros. So he's doing the biz at the moment because he's trying to keep these other guys right behind him. You know, Craig Jones is no slouch. Mick Barry is no slouch. Mick is there with the bright purple wheels, as you can see. Craig in the yellow wheels. They're both climbing and they both can't get past him. So what he's going to have to do now is Andy Maxwell is try and settle in. I know we've got about 4 minutes and I know he's got cars climbing all over him, but he's got to settle down and get himself staying in this position that he's in at the moment, because he's doing an absolutely stellar job. And unfortunately he's just got these 2 titans, these 2 gladiators of Craig Jones and Mick Barry right behind him on track. Craig Crawford is having an interesting battle with Charles Kellerman. If we can go back and have a look at that one. There is Craig Crawford, Charles Kellerman and Andy Littler having their own little freeway as they're coming around Druids down into Graham Hill. So here we go. Is that Andy Littler just moving to the side? Did he get a little bit bent out of shape? But Craig Crawford has got through, and that's Craig up into 12th place. So let's go back into the leaders. Daniel Hunt, Van Gaal, Hefford and Ayres. These guys still having this absolute epic battle. Van Gaal on there, sitting in 3rd place. Is he going to make it another podium this week? Because he did last week, where he basically got a win, then he got a 2nd, then he got a win, and then I think, if I'm not mistaken, he finished 3rd. So Van Gaal had an absolute epic week last week. Yeah, let's see if he's going to do it again. He's going off well. He's in 3rd place. Craig Crawford's the biggest gainer currently on track. He is in 7th. He's up 7, in 12th place. Now we've got about 3 minutes. Newman is currently heading around Graham Hill. doing lap times of 1:38, so we're going to get 2 more before the white flag. Daniel Hunt taking as much as that exit as he possibly can there, but he's unfortunate. Look at Steve Hefford. Hefford is in the mix with Ayres, with Sampson. There you go, Steve Hefford coming down. We go down Pilgrims now. Can he hold on to that current 4th place he is in as we go on board with Martin Sampson's looking at coming up the inside of Jamie Ayres. Ooh, no room there, young sir. If you're going to do it, you're going to be doing it in the hard way, I think, because Jamie Ayres is not giving you any room at all. As they're coming up now, coming down into Sterling we go, on board with Sampson. Jamie Ayres, oh, there was a big over rev of the gears in, going up from 2nd to 3rd from Martin Sampson there. Managed a clean gear change into 4th. Down across the start finish line we go. On board with Martin Sampson, still in 6th place. There is Steve Hefford. He is currently in 4th. Trying to chase down his Momo teammate in Van Gaal, but he's not getting any closer currently. But what is getting closer is his teammate Jamie Ayres. Now, we've had a discussion with these guys. We know full well that there's no team orders. I tried to implement last week team orders into these guys and say, look, Van Gaal is 2nd in the championship, right? Surely now, you know, we're in round 7. Surely you should be helping him out, getting him to the victory. Doing Hamilton and Bottas. Hamilton, Bottas, you know, Bottas helping out Hamilton. Hefford, Ayres has got to help out Van Gaal. They basically turned around and said, no, not happening. We're here for the racing. Every man for themselves. So that's what we've got. Everybody in Momo are going out full bore in it to try and get that victory. Excuse me. Round Dingledale we go, dropping down into Sterling's. Jamie Ayres in the mix there. He's settling in 5th. He's got Martin Sampson in 6th. We're going to be taking the white flag lap. Let's have a look at your leader, Pete Newman, going across the line, taking the white flag. Barney, the flag bearer, there on the left-hand side, waving frantically. How his arm does not fall off, I do not know. How he does not get tired, I do not know. The man is not human. He is a robot in the iRacing world, is Barney, and doing the business there. All big off by Jamie Ayres. Can he manage to hold Martin Sampson at bay? He does this time around. Sampson still there in 6th place. It's very close further back as well. Craig Jones, Mick Barry, Andy Maxwell still involved and locked in their freeway. Here we go, as if by magic, there they are. Andy Maxwell trying to, we're coming right at the right time there. We've got Craig Jones on the inside of us, trying to go in the inside of Surtees. He manages to take it, but he's had to tighten up the corner. There's Maxwell on the exit. You saw the difference. Maxwell and Jones side by side. Barry trying to push his teammate through. Andy Maxwell's hoping he doesn't as they're coming down into Hawthorne now. Maxwell on the right, car number 19. Craig Jones, car number 29. Jones gets it this time, does Barry. Oh, Hunt and Van Gaal. They were quite far apart. Daniel Hunt went off track, and that's allowed Van Gaal right up. Oh, no! Hunt, Van Gaal. Oh, no, Van Gaal Hunt got all out of shape, but here is your winner of race 1. Pete Newman takes that checkered flag in race 1. Hefford in 2nd, Ayres in 3rd, Sampson in 4th place. Let's have a look back at the Van Gaal Hunt incident there, because it was absolutely incredible. Craig Jones comes across the line, Ralph Cullinan in 5th, Craig Jones in 6th. Here we go, so Hunt goes off a little bit now as turning up here. That's coming down into the Goodell. So Hunt goes off. Van Gool comes up the inside. Hunt's still flooring it as if he's on tarmac, when really he's on the grass. Van Gool there goes on, swaps back into the inside now. Hunt trying to go around the outside. Oh, Hunt hits the curb, accelerates the car, and a big slide on for Daniel Hunt, straight into the side of Van Gool. So unfortunately there, that puts them further down now. Pete Van Gool come across the line in 9th, Daniel Hunt in 10th, and there is Elise Main in 16th place. Right, so here we go. Let's bring you up the results from Heat 1. And, well, guys, I think you got to admit, it was another absolutely epic race. But here are the results from race 1. Pete Newman is in 1st place. Steve Hefford in 2nd. Jamie Ayres in 3rd. Martin Sampson is in 4th place. Ralph Cullinan in 5th. Craig Jones in 6th. Mick Barry in 7th. Andy Maxwell is in 8th. Pete Van Gool in 9th. Daniel Hunt in 10th. Steve Hansford in 11th. Craig Crawford there in 12th place. Jason Morris in 13th. Charles Kellerman 14th. Andy Littler 15th. Elise Main down in 16th. Darrell Wright 1 lap down in 17th place. And Mike Wortman there in 18th. Unfortunately for Mike, was involved in that incident, and then poor Mike, well, just come around the corner, and there was a car there, and off it happened, and all it gone, basically. His poor bumper, he had to get towed back to the pits, and poor old Mike Wortman from Optical Blue there was, unfortunately, out of the race. So, well, can't necessarily help it. It was one of them things. He come around the corner, and there was a car in the middle of the track. What are you supposed to do? Nowhere to go. So that's Mike Wortman down in 18th. So don't forget, we've got top 17th reverse. So poor old Mike just misses out. But that does put Darrell Wright into pole position for the next one. So that's going to be absolutely incredible there. We've got Steve Hefford waiting in the commentary booth now. Let's bring Steve in for a chat. Good evening, young Steve Hefford. How are you, sir?
Young Steve, you'll do for me.
You know, we got to go and keep it polite, mate. You know what I mean? I know. I'm up the upper echelons of 40, mate. Trust me, most people are younger than me. So I just get used to that. You know.
I'm 55 this year.
Oh, okay. I won't go into details that you're 12 years old now. But we won't worry about that for now, Steve. Won't worry. Okay.
No, age is just a number as long as you've got cat-like reactions.
Yeah, I find the older I get, the slower they get. I've got to be honest. Do you know what I mean? It's one of them things, isn't it, with age? Now, listen, great start to the evening.
Yeah, not bad. To be honest, my set was Pete shared a set, Pete Van Gool, just before the race, and I was like, oh, I don't know. So I did quali on it, and I just couldn't get to grips with it. But I found in the race, both Pete and Jamie were on that set, and it started off a lot slower. I found I was backing off the first few laps, and then as the race went better, because it was looser, obviously towards the end it got better. Where mine was, I was getting a bit of understeer, so I was sort of hanging on for dear life at the end. Me and Pete were doing a bit of battling in the middle of the race, but decided to just go in a straight line and try and see if we could catch up on Pete, but he checked out by that time.
Yeah, he was involved in him and Daniel Hunt had a battle. Hunt went off, didn't he? And it was a shame for Daniel Hunt because it wasn't his fault, because as he was coming round, obviously down, I believe we were down in Sterling's at the time, he caught the outside curb, was still on the throttle, and it just spun the car into poor old Van Gool, who was in YouTube chat posting a very unhappy emoji.
And I was 2 foot off the arse end of him, so I was like, yes, I'm going to go. But I was going to try and get Dan anyway, because I knew Dan was offline and he got dirty tyres, so I thought if I can hang on to the rears and I might get a run on him, but then they came together. I just happened to be in the right place, so yeah, it was really unlucky. It was a great race till that happened.
Yeah, it was. You guys were battling out. There was battles all the way through, to be fair, though, mate. Like, you know, Charles Kellerman was involved in an incident, unfortunately, but Craig Jones, Mick Barry, Andy Maxwell were having an absolute epic scrap. At one point, poor old Andy Maxwell was swamped by the guys from Results. He had all three of them around him at one point. But yeah, so he was well in the mix, sticking on his gloves. He was taking on three men. But, it was one of them. But, you know, epic start to the evening. Going into race 2, top 17 reverse. You're going to be a little bit further back now, mate. What's the game plan?
Well, you can make a lot of places here. It's quite easy to overtake, and there's loads of different lines. Well, not loads, but there's enough. You know what I mean, to get by. But to be fair, I'm just going to enjoy the racing and stay clean and see where we end up, to be honest. But my setup's really good early on, so I think I need to push in the early laps and make the most of it. You know, why people are taking care on the loose setups.
Yeah, I generally run a pretty loose setup in the MX5, and I do find the first few laps I'm like Bambi on ice.
Yeah. Well, and man is loose, don't get me wrong, but this other one was very loose, the one that Pete was using. So I don't know. I might give it a go. In fact, I'll stick it on there and do some laps on it and see what it's like.
Well, we'll let you get on and go and do them laps there, buddy. Thank you so much for joining us in the booth, and we'll catch you later on.
No problem. Enjoy.
Take care, mate.
Speak to you later, maybe. Cheers, bye.
Right, so there we go. That was Steve Heifer jumping into the box with me there to have a chat. Poor old Vangal in YouTube chat. Everybody give him an R. Or give him a cuddle or something, because poor old Vangal is not looking too happy at this moment in time. Right, over we go now, back to the live screen. So here, let's see what we can do here as we're in to warm up. We've got about 3 minutes remaining. Oh, bro, I know, Perk. He needs a cuddle. Everybody, let's see if there is a cuddle emoji or anything. I'm going to search emojis now, Pete, and I'm going to see if there's a cuddle. No, there isn't a cuddle emoji. I can't even send you a cuddle little emoji. No, I can send you a steak. So there you go. Eat a steak. Okay? Sorry, Pete. That's literally all the emojis do in YouTube. You know, I've sent you a cut of meat, which isn't really like a cuddle, but hey, I tried, right? You know, I put the effort in, so that's all that matters. I'm sorry. Right, oh dear, never mind. 2 minutes 32 seconds remaining. Don't forget, guys, we have got to change over sessions after this one, so there will be a slight break into the night's broadcast while we swap over sessions. But all in all, a stellar night's racing beginning in race 1. What more could you ask for? What more could you ask for? Apart from Pete Newman absolutely storming away with it there. If you did miss the results from race 1, guys, we will bring them up for you. Well, we've got about 2 minutes left, so let's bring you up the results right now. So Pete Newman in first place there. As you can see, Mr. Steve Hefford is in second place. Jamie Ayres in third. So Jamie Ayres starting off the evening with an absolutely epic third place. Mike Sampson in fourth, Ralph Cullinan in fifth as we watch Mick Barry and Steve Hefford, who's just gone on to practice a new setup, and he's just stuck it into the side there of Mick Barry. Not going too well. Ralph Cullinan in fifth, Craig Jones in sixth, Mick Barry seventh, Andy Maxwell eighth, Van Gaal in ninth place. Daniel Hunt in 10th, Steve Hansford 11th, Craig Crawford 12th, Jason Morris 13th, Charles Kellerman 14th, Andy Littler 15th, Elise Main 16th, Darrell Wright 17th, and Mike Waltman down there in 18th place. So there you go. Oh, and Alan Toon rounding us off 19th. So there you go. That's 19 cars on track this evening. Stellar race 1, 1 minute remaining. Not sure if Mr. Steve Hefford's going to stay on that setup because he did look loose as anything as he went round that corner. So we'll just have to see what he could do going into race 2. Right. So don't forget, guys, if you are here for the first time for round 7, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up, and turn on the bells for notifications because you're going to not want to miss any more action that comes out of this league, okay? As the announcement earlier on, us here at James Parfitt Broadcasting will be broadcasting the UK SimRacers League next season, confirmed earlier on this week. So that's a massive step and in the right direction for us here. Going to continue our partnership into next season. Okay, so that's going to be absolutely epic. So please, as I say, subscribe, thumbs up, bells on for notifications because you're not going to want to miss any of the racing from here. Now, next week, it is Interlagos. There is the grid for this race 2. Darrell Wright in first, Elise Main in second, Andy Littler third, Charles Kellerman fourth, Jason Morris fifth, Craig Crawford 6th, Steve Hansford 7th, Daniel Hunt 8th, I'm going to speed Reed Vanguard 9th, Maxwell 10th, Barry 11th, Jones 12th, Cullinan 13th, Sampson 14th, Ayres 15th, Hefford 16th, Newman 17th, Mike Warman down in 18th place. Okay, let's go. Alan Toon is 19th. Woo! Race 2's almost underway. Here we go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we are going to be going now. Darrell Wright gets a bit of a slow way. He's got to be blinking as well. At least Maine does a little bit of a better job. Gets away in, still in second place, goes in. Oh! Elise Maine. Was that Alan Toon, Charles Kellerman, Andy Littler, Jason Morris. Oh, no. What an unfortunate start for Jason Morris, Elise Maine. Charles Kellerman was involved in that one as well. And Andy Littler. Oh. Steve Hefford there getting up close and personal with Craig Crawford. He's trying to go for it earlier on, he said in the interview. He said he's got to go a little bit earlier on because towards the end his setup does go a little bit off. Hansford and Ayres side by side, down Pilgrims we go. Sampson there, Maxwell, Kellerman, Ayres, Hansford, Newman, Jones, Barry. Look at them all involved there. Jones, Barry, Ayres, Hansford, Sampson, Newman. Maine, Hefford trying to go up the inside. That was car number 18 of Craig Crawford. He's got that job done. So Hefford there really trying to get a move on, wriggle on the early stages, which he said he was going to do. As we see Elise Maine and Mike Warman go wide off track there. Was that actually Craig Crawford? Oh, there's contact. Hefford's going round. Hefford's going round. He's gone round the field, down the field. That's Morris gone past him. Crawford's going to go past him. Oh, we'll have to try and have a look back at that. But all the while, Daniel Hunt and Van Cool up into first and second respectively. Daniel Hunt there up 7 places. Van Gaal up 7. Jones up 9. Jamie Ayres up into 11. Here we go. Mick Barry, Darrell Wright all involved in the mix further back as well. There is Pete Newman, Martin Sampson, Mick Barry, Darrell Wright. Barry gets out of shape. We're on board with Newman. We've got Sampson on our inside. Darrell Wright is now on the left. Barry got a lot better run. Barry looks to try to take the inside line. Sampson got kind of bogged down there. He ended up back behind all 3 of these when he was trying to get through. Darrell Wright taking a wide line. And that allows Sampson to get through. But here is the battle in number 19, Andy Maxwell. He wants a piece of this at the moment. You can see there, we've got Craig Jones in 3rd place overall. Leader of the AMs, Barry and Newman. Side by side as they're dropping up into Westfield. There you go, that's Newman up another place. He's now up 12. Pete Newman doing the business early on lap 2. Barry now coming, he's going to be trying to stay with Newman as best he can. Everybody knows in this league, Newman is one of, if not the quickest person on track. That is what a 5.8k I rating does for you. Do you know what I mean? 5.8k, Pete Newman storming away from Mick Barry, opened up 0.7 seconds. Sampson now is trying to do the same thing. He's trying to get past Mick Barry. Ayres done the fastest lap with a race, 1:38.661. There are the gainers and losers. Look at that. Top 7 gained positions. Absolutely incredible. Ayres has just gone past Jones as well, so that's Ayres up into 12th place now. Big puff of smoke from Martin Sampson and Mick Barry behind him. Can Martin do the job? He's trying to take that tighter line. He wants that run into Surtees. He needs that inside line. So does Mike Wortman, putting in a shift against Steve Hansford and Charles Kellerman. Optical green and blue. Mick Barry's now trying to look at coming back. Sampson's not going to want him to come through. He's not going to need him. They're putting in a shift. He's trying to get on the back of Newman. Barry and Sampson right, and that was Andy Maxwell getting the job done on Darrell Wright. So they're doing an absolute stellar battle in the middle. More battles across the field. We're going to have a look back at that Steve Hefford crash that we saw earlier on. There is Steve. That's car number 32. A little Ralph Cullinan in front of us. Oh. Let's have another look at that one if we can. On board with Steve Hefford, because that looked very tight there. Cullinan in front of us brakes. Hefford comes up, goes to go up the inside. Oh, that was just a big dose of contact. And round goes Hefford and goes down the field. Van Gaal has just got past Hunt now on that run down into turn 1. Let's put Van Gaal up in the lead. He's going to be trying to make amends from earlier on when he was involved in the last lap with Daniel Hunt, because obviously these guys coming together, you know, didn't do each other any favours at all. And Daniel Hunt there was no fault of his own. He just took a big dose of outside curve going down into Sterling's, and as he did, the car spun and around he went. Now you can see down the order there, Newman and Jones are literally 0.16 seconds. Here we go. Is this going to be Newman trying to go up the inside of Jones? It is. He sends up that blue and white MX5, and that's Pete Newman. Believe it or not, up 13 places. Pete Newman climbing further up through the field. I tell you, absolutely incredible job. As it has been set off track, but he's back on now. There is Jamie Ayres there in 3rd place currently. Mick Barry has gone off as well. Oh, Mick's lost a place back to Maxwell. Can Maxwell keep Mick Barry at bay? Only time will tell, and the only time they've got is about 8.5 minutes. So these guys are really going to have to try and get a shift on now, because otherwise if they're going to be fighting, they're not going to get onto the back of that optical blue of Martin Sampson. Van Gaal, Hunt, Ayres, Newman, Jones, Sampson, Maxwell, Barry, Wortman. That rounds out your top 9. Hansford rounds out the top 10. See the places swapping on the board. Wright and Hefford, Morris, Kellerman. See him further back. Darrell Wright has just gone very, very wide there. Hefford trying to come up the inside. He's got Charles Kellerman, number 67, in the optical green car. But Kellerman's got a buffer. And his buffer is Steve Hansford, because they're both from the same team. There you go, they're both cars from Optical Green. Hansford is number 57. Kellerman is number 67. And all the while, Steve Hefford in number 72 there, trying to take it 3 wide. They have just gone 3 wide down Pilgrim's Rest. Here we go. Kellerman in the middle. Kellerman squeezing Hefford. There's more contact. Oh, poor Steve Hefford. Charles Kellerman, the door closed. Oh, and unfortunately for them, here is Martin Sampson, Craig Jones down Pilgrim. Sampson's on the inside. Down Dingledale, sorry. He's on the inside now. There you go. That is Martin Sampson up into 5th place. Can we look on board with Steve Hefford on that last one? I just want to see if the door did close. Here it is. Oh, we need that from the cockpit of Charles Kellerman. We're going to try and get it from the cockpit of Charles Kellerman just to see what was going on. We're a bit early on, right? So Steve Evans on our left about now. We know we're 3 wide. Oh, there wasn't much movement, but there wasn't much room either. There was room on the right-hand side. Could he have kept it to the right a little bit? Gave Hefford a little bit more room. Yes, there was definitely room on the right-hand side from Charles Kellerman there, and that definitely could have been given to Steve Hefford on the outside. There was definite room there that could have been done. It could have been left, so there you go. Sampson and Jones still having this battle, but up front, Van Gaal and Newman, 0.27 seconds. They're just about to head into Hawthorne. Sampson's holding on from Jones. Van Gaal managed to hold that position from Hunt, but they are very, very close. If we could jump forward to the lead action, there is Van Gaal and Hunt. Coming down now, they're dropping into Sterling's, going to go left, slightly off camber. You want to keep the car on the inside. Off they go now on that run down Clark. Daniel Hunt, car number 7 in second. Van Gaal, car number 39. Chapter 1 has been written in the first race where they ended up coming together with Daniel Hunt catching the outside curb of Sterling's, and unfortunately took the car to the left-hand side immediately, and that sent him straight into the side of Pete Van Gaal, who was in chat earlier on, and posted a little bit of an unhappy face. So there you go. But Van Gaal are taking the inside line in Druids now, manages to hold it from Hunt. Hunt is not going to let him go. He's not going to let Van Gaal have an easy rest for 4.5 minutes. I can tell you that much. Hunt's looking to get in a run as they're coming down into Surtees. Up they go, up the hill, left-hander. Get the car pointed out. Hunt looks like he's got a lot better run earlier on in this run down Pilgrims now. Van Gaal's on the left-hand side. They're side by side. And Hunt is in the better position at the moment because he's got the inside line into Hawthorne. And that puts him up now, up into first place. Hunt and Van Gaal absolutely doing a stellar job here. They kept it clean, which was important. They've been involved in Chapter 1, in Race 1, and they managed to keep it clean. So there you go, guys. There, Mick Barry, Andy Maxwell still locked in that battle for 7th and 8th place. Further down, Ralph Cullinan and Steve Hefford are also locked. Here we go, there they are. Side by side into Hawthorne we go. Ralph Cullinan on the right-hand side, car number 32. Hefford with the bright yellow Momo, car number 72. Oh, it's closing the door there, Ralph Cullinan. I thought that was going to come in now. Here we go, Van Gaal's just retaken the lead with 3 minutes remaining. Using the start-finish straight, getting that draft, and away he goes past Pete Van Gaal now as they're heading up into Druids. Lap 8, 3 minutes remaining. Jamie Ayres on the nose now. We can see the car of Daniel Hunt, the red bumper, the white boot. In front of us, car number 7. All the while, these guys are struggling backwards and forwards. Jamie Ayres is looking at getting involved in this. He wants a piece of this action. He's like, well, why can't I? You know, it's not all about you guys. I want some as well. Give me some of that cake. Van Gaal is there with a salted caramel cake sitting on his passenger seat. And Hunt and Ayres one apiece as they're coming down into Hawthorne now. Van Gaal taking the inside line, look very reactive. Slows down Hunt, but here comes Ayres. Is he going to try and go up the inside of Dingledale? He's not. Into Westfield, sorry, dropping down into Dingledale now. Up blind right-hander. Oh, Ayres taking a big dose of curb. See it now, this is absolute, oh, he had to check up there. Get that car stopped in time, otherwise him and Daniel Hunt were going to come together and it was going to be nose to tail as they're running around Clark, the last corner on the circuit. But there's another man involved in this, another man, and that's Newman. I think we might get two more. Yeah, Barney's not out yet. Oh, literally just by about a second. It's going to be two more laps. What can these four produce? Because I tell you what, these four are going to produce some absolute epic racing. And you're not going to want to miss any of this, because I tell you what, these next two laps, Van Gogh and Hunt are going to throw everything bar the kitchen sink out the MX5. Newman and Ayres is going to do the same. Lap 9. Ayres trying to go up the inside of Van Gogh. He makes it stick. Newman goes up there as well. Van Gogh was just kind of pushed off that line. He got bullied out by Ayres and Newman, and that allowed Newman to come through as well into third place now. What can Van Gogh do? He's trying to pick up the toes of Ayres. Cars racing towards us now. Round Hawthorne they go, up into Westfield. There is a little Derek Minter straight in the middle. Round Westfield we go, drop down the hill into Dingledale now. There you go, the cars disappear, plummeting down up the other side. And currently Daniel Hunt, Jamie Ayres and Newman are your 1, 2, 3 with Van Gogh in number 4. This has got to be Hunt's to lose, surely, coming into the last lap. He's got to keep this as clean as possible. Leave Ayres room. Ayres is trying to go around the outside, which I'm not sure in the last lap I would have done, because that's allowed what's happened there. See Barney, the flag bearer, on the left-hand side of your screen behind the timing tower, waving frantically. Hunt, Newman, Ayres, Van Gogh. Oh, does it go in? Oh, Van Gogh runs slightly wide. Ayres and Newman runs wide. Contact with Van Gogh and Ayres. Around Druids now. Oh no, Van Gogh's, no, that was a massive, looked like an absolute massive dose of netcode there between Ayres and Newman. Let's have a look on board with the JPB chopper cam flying around Brown's Hatch. Here we go. Ayres is on the inside, Newman's on the out. Oh, it happens behind a tree. Right behind the tree. Marvellous. Let's have another look from a different angle on that one if we can. We need kind of the inside line. Yep. Netcode there all the way there. Pete Newman now down into 4th place. Daniel Hunt, it looks like he could take a victory if he keeps it on track. Elise Main, Steve Hansford locked in the battle coming down Pilgrims. Main on the left, car number 66. Hansford on the left-hand side now, car number 57. As they're racing down, that is Main up into 12th place. Here on track this evening, pick up the leaders as Jamie Ayres, Van Gogh and Newman. Where did Hunt go? Where did Hunt? No, that was... We're going to have a look now, but Jamie Ayres takes the victory from Van Gogh, from Newman, from Hunt. There is Hunt there. Did we miss this then? Because, oh, he slowed down. Did he get a big dose of a slowdown? Oh, Daniel Hunt. Surely not. It didn't look like anything that Hunt did wrong there. Oh, I have to try and have another look at that. I think Daniel Hunt may have got a big slowdown dose there. Unfortunately, that put him down the field. But here, hopefully, it will be the results very shortly as we wait for Andy Littler to come across the line in 17th place. I wonder what did happen to Daniel Hunt. Let me try and get hold of. Try and have a look and see what we can do and see if we can bring him in for a chat. Jamie Ayres in 1st place, Pete Van Gogh in 2nd, Pete Newman in 3rd, Daniel Hunt in 4th there. Martin Sampson 5th, Craig Jones in 6th place, Andy Maxwell in 7th, Mick Barry in 8th, Mike Waltman in 9th, Jason Morris in 10th, Darryl Wright in 11th place, Elise Main in 12th, and Alan Toon in 13th, Ralph Cullen in 14th, Steve Hansford in 15th, Craig Crawford in 16th, Andy Littler in 17th place, Steve Hefford in 18th there, and Charles Kellerman rounds out 19th place, and that was Jamie Ayres taking the victory. Van Gool in 2nd, and Newman in 3rd. Newman was up a massive 14 positions. Easy for me to say at this time of the evening. We're going to be looking at changing over the sessions very shortly with these guys now on here. See, are we being joined by Daniel Hunt then? Just seeing if Daniel can come and join us. It wasn't a slowdown apparently. Let's see if we can get Daniel Hunt. Where are you, young sir? Oh, all the way up there. Right, just trying to get Daniel Hunt into our booth. Right. Okay, so hopefully now, after 3 attempts to get Mr. Daniel Hunt into the booth, I've got him in here. Daniel, how are you?
Oh, how are you? I'm good. Cheers.
Okay, first question. What happened?
I don't know. My throttle just went. So, what a time for it to go. So, it seems to be working now.
Yeah.
We'll have to see for next race.
So
There's probably a bit of dust in there somewhere.
What, your potentiometer playing havoc?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, you have to get down on your hands and knees, mate. Give it a good blowout. So all in all, though, obviously apart from the seriously unjustified ending that was completely took the victory away from you, it was a good race, wasn't it?
Yeah, I enjoyed that. I sat there and managed the gap until about, I could see Pete coming up a few seconds behind us, and then I went for it. took a while to get past me. He was defending extremely well.
Yeah, no, I was half. I did kind of have a pray at that point, though, because obviously from race 1, where you guys come together, unfortunately, you know, that outside curb is not forgiving when you're on it, is it? Let's be real. Down in Sterling's.
I think the rear end was already going. It's there was a little bit of net code on the rear of our cars that just knocked my rear end out, and then the grass just exaggerated it.
See, it looked like in race 1 you were running down into Sterling's, you went over the curb and then just got a massive slide on, and unfortunately poor old Mr. Van Gool was on the inside as you guys come together. Now, Pete's been in YouTube chat. Last race, I couldn't Yoshido, which cost me first there. Yoshido? No idea.
What's that?
I have no idea. We'll just have to ask Pete. Pete, what is Yoshido? Maybe it's another terminology for us. I don't know.
No idea. I've never heard it before.
No, we may call it something else, Dan. You know, I mean, who knows? Who knows? You know, it's a multilingual Discord. We got to try and translate where we can. You know what I mean? We can.
Yep.
So, praying then, it works for race 3.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. I've blown it out with an air duster, so fingers crossed that's got rid of it.
Oh, apparently Pete's put shift up. So last race I couldn't shift up, which cost me first.
Yeah, I could hear him bouncing off the limiter.
Oh, so not only did you have problems, obviously Pete had problems as well.
It's one of those races, I guess.
Yeah, let's hope, you know, race 3 will keep clean there, Dan. But you know, you go take a quick break, mate, because obviously we're still waiting for the sessions to come up. Is it up? Oh, it's up already, Dan. So we'll let you go and let you get into the session. Thanks for joining us, mate. Hopefully everything will be sorted out with your equipment.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Cheers, man.
Cheers, mate.
I'll catch you later.
Bye, bye. Right, that was Daniel Hunt there, who unfortunately had a big issue with his equipment, which caused the problem of why he couldn't get back in. So, that's why he lost first place at the end of that last race. Right, guys, we are going to be back very shortly as we switch over sessions into race 3. Okay, guys, we are back for race 3. We've got about, not long left. 3 minutes, 24 seconds left of practice before we go into race 3. So let's see how we go at the moment. I hope everything is working for you correctly and having no issues. Looks like things are working okay. So any problems, let me know in chat and I will try and correct them. Two seconds. I believe there's an issue with game audio and I'm not quite sure why on that one. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Let me have a look at this for me and see if we can get it sorted out within the next 2 minutes. 2 seconds here while we try and have a look back and see why we're not getting game audio all of a sudden, which is really quite frustrating considering it should be working correctly and everything should be working fine, and it currently isn't. So just bear with me for 2 seconds while I try and resurrect this issue. We've got about a minute left, so we should try and get this done as soon as I possibly can. I will get this done and hopefully it will be all working nicely, hunky-dory. Okay, let's try this a different way. Right. 2 seconds, guys. Right, hopefully we'll do it this way and we'll put the old, go back to technical issues that don't want to work, which is absolutely amazing. Just poor means there. We're going to have to just hold on. Let's hope, see how it works. Right, Mick Barry is in first, Andy Maxwell second, Craig Jones third. Ralph Cullinan is in fourth, Martin Sampson is in fifth, Daniel Hunt sixth, Van Gaal seventh, Hefford in eighth, Ayres in ninth, Newman in 10th. Waltman in 11th, Jason Morris in 12th, Steve Hansford 13th, Darrell Wright 14th, Elise Main 15th, Charles Kellerman in Craig Crawford 16th, Alan 2 17th, Charles Kellerman 18th, Andy Littler in 19th place. Okay, so there you go. We'll do this the old-fashioned way, and as we do love a good modern technology that decides that it doesn't want to work. Right, so we're just waiting for Mick Barry to get up on first place. It's not there, but we got the lights all ready. Here we go now. Craig Jones, Andy Maxwell, heading down into turn one we go. Andy Maxwell there in car number 19. You got absolute flying start from him. Let me know how you're getting on with the audio. Make sure it's all working correctly. Thank you so much again for being patient. We see it now, Andy Maxwell and car number 19, Craig Jones swapping positions. There's Craig Jones out in first place as they're going round. Surtees now. Martin Sampson going up the inside. If you're going to leave that door open, Martin Sampson's going to take the gap, right? Who wouldn't? That door was so far left over, Martin Sampson went in and burgled that third place away from Andy Maxwell. As they're heading down now, we're on board with Steve Hefford, who's currently in sixth place. Trying to look at the inside. Oh, Van Gaal in front of us. Andy Maxwell in front of that. Martin Sampson, Ralph Cullinan and Craig Jones. Steve, get your correction on. Oh, massive correction from Steve Hefford there. As he's running now up into Dingledale. Daniel Hunt, Pete Newman having an epic battle coming round now into Surtees. They go into Sterling, sorry enough. Now up to the last corner, which is Clark. Race one here, they're doing the business. These guys on track at the moment. Pete Newman trying to come around the outside. There's Hefford in front of us trying to go on the inside of Andy Maxwell. Craig Jones, Ralph Cullinan leads us off. Martin Sampson in third. Oh, contact. Where have they gone? There's Sampson and Cullinan. Sampson, Cullinan are off track at the back of the field and have gone down the order and out. Ralph Cullinan has gone to the pits. Martin Sampson's dropped all the way down into 17th place. Let's have another look at that one if we can. Here we go. Here is that replay. There is Sampson in third. Cullinan's in front of us. Sampson takes the outside line. Oh. Could Cullinan have tightened up that inside corner? Was there gap there? There was a massive bunch of track to the right-hand side of Ralph Cullinan. I don't know. We'll let the stewards have a look at that. Pete Van Gaal is in a black car. I'm sure he wasn't in a black car last time. It was like that last race, says my producer. Well, there you go. I thought it was the red that we get so used to with Pete Van Gaal, but he's in a black one now. So Pete Van Gaal and Steve Parfitt there side by side going down into glass. I wear glasses for a reason, guys. You're going to have to bear with me. Go round Clark, there you go. Van Gaal in first, Hefford in second, Craig Jones in third. As these guys are swabbing backwards and forwards. Newman is sitting there like he is in sixth. No. Van Gaal and Hefford side by side in Druids. I'm going to have a look back at the broadcast on that. Unless my eyes were deceiving me, I'm sure Van Gaal on my screen in my eyesight was in red. I don't know. I'll have a look back and see. Even though I was so used to it, maybe I was seeing that and it was actually black. But, you know, who knows. But there you go. Now Andy Maxwell has been involved in an incident. That's Andy Maxwell now, all the way down in 16th place. Let's have a look at the Andy Maxwell incident. There is Andy car number 19. That's Jason Morris behind us. Pete Newman in front of us. We're coming up into Surtees we go. Oh, just goes around all on his own. And sits there waiting patiently. Oh, another one, Newman and Jones. Oh, Newman trying to get the throttle back on there, but he's gone down the order. Newman now is all the way down in 11th place. He lost positions to Hansford, Waltman, Main, Kellerman, Wright, Morris. Oh, that's Pete Newman and Craig Jones. I think Craig got bent out of shape. And I think, unfortunately, Newman had nowhere to go. Let's have another look back at that incident and see if we can find out what happened to Craig Jones as we see Kellerman and Main and Wright side by side going down in turn one. Here we go now up into Druids. Kellerman takes up the inside line from Wright. Can Main do the same thing? If at least Main does the same thing, this is going to put her in 7th place. Here we go. Here is on board with Newman. Hunt is in front of us. Oh. Was there contact there on Craig Jones? Let's try that again. Daniel Hunt, Craig Jones. Do you know what? If that come from anywhere, I think we need to have a look on the nose of Jamie Hayes. I've got a funny feeling that's where these initially come from. Go on the nose with Ayres. Yes! Ayres hit, unfortunately, Craig Jones and put him round into collecting Pete Newman. And that's where the initial contact come from. Poor old Craig Jones there. Cullinan's in the pits, Sampson's in the pits. We saw what happened on that one. But Craig Jones is trying to recover now. He's got Andy Littler up beside him at this moment in time. Back out, Darrell Wright is involved in a battle with Elise Main. Coming down into turn one, Paddock Hill bend we go, dropping down the hill. Main's hugging the inside line, a slight contact there with Wright. They both managed to keep it on track. And here is the charge in Newman. Look, Newman wants his positions back. And he's going all out with 7 minutes remaining to go and get these positions. He wants his back, and he's got back up into 9th. Biggest gainer so far is that man there on your screen, car number 67, just going past us now. He's up currently 12 positions. There are the gainers and losers on the screen. Jones down 9, Kellerman up 12, Van Gaal 6, Hefford 6. Hunt is up 3. He's trying to get onto the back of Steve Hefford now as they're going up into Hawthorne. Short blast down into Dingledale. That was Westfield. Down into Dingledale, up over the hill. Off camber, right-hander. Daniel Hunt bouncing off the limiter there. His throttle stopped working and towards the end of the last race. And it looks like he's got it working, but he was bouncing off the rev limiter there going up through Dingledale. So it'll be interesting to see how this one's going to pan out. On board with Daniel Hunt from DOF Reality Sim Racing Studios. Dropping down into Paddock Hill. Got a little bit bent out of shape on the entry into that. Dropped him back a little bit. Van Gaal first. Hefford second. Hunt third. Ayres fourth. Morris fifth. This is the battle for 10th, 11th, 12th. This is Hansford, Wortman, Jones. Morris is leading the AMS at the moment, doing a stellar job in 5th place. Wortman has just gone past Hansford there. That puts Mike Wortman up into 10th place. Further on from that, though, we've got Main cutting through the field, trying to go up beside Darrell Wright. Trying to take that inside line. There's only one place Newman's going to go on this, and this is going to be 3 wide here. Main on the left, right in the middle, Newman on the inside. Is this going to work? Going down now. Oh, there goes Main. Oh, keep it out of the barrier. Great job. No! Oh, no. How? How did that car react like that going in a straight line? Like, what happened there? Oh, dearie me. Van Gaal and Evan and Hunt. Can we have another look back at that Elise Main straight line and incident after these guys, please? Van Gaal is in the middle. Hunt is on the left. Hefford's on the right. Swapping back now. Hunt on the inside. Van Gaal there as well. Hefford's trying to cut back. They're still taking it 3 wide into Druids. Ooh, Van Gaal gives up the space. Going back on the inside of Hunt. They're swapping backwards and forwards. As they're on that run up into Surtees now. Hefford is now in front. Van Gaal second. Hunt is in third. Here we go, down the long straight, down through Pilgrims we go. There's only one place Hunt's going to want this, and that's that inside line up on the inside of Van Gaal. He's got his nose in front. Coming on the inside line, Daniel Hunt trying to make that run up into Hawthorns, going now into Westfield. Top part of the circuit, we go round the right hand side, drop down into Pilgrims, up the other side, off camber, no C, blind right hander. Drop it down into Sterling's, we go left hander, keeping the inside line. Daniel Hunt still closing down onto these guys' battle. Hunt took a little bit of a blink there. Ayres is taking a lot of off tracks on that side. Hunt's gone off again. Blinking backwards and forwards, but here we go. Here's a run down the start finish straight now. Van Gaal, look at that, hugging that inside line, not allowing Hunt to even remotely get on the line. Hunt provides a switch back now. Can he keep that tight hand line as they're running up the hill into Druids now? Hunt on the left, 07, 39 Van Gaal. Oh. Right, let's have a look on the cockpit of Van Gaal. We need to have a look at the Elise Main. I want to find the end of that Elise Main incident because that straight lining nudged out here. Look, see the gap closing and closing from Darrell Wright on the right touch. Right. we're going straight now. Right, there we go, we're straight. What? See, that's what I don't get. There was no corrections in that steering from Main, apart from going in a straight line. And yet, the back end come round on her. I don't get it. Back on board with Hunt now. Evans out in front. Hunt is in second. Van Gaal is in third. Coming into the last part of the circuit round Stirlings. If you're watching this back and you know what happened to Elise Main, let me know. Or if you're in chat, let me know. My producers just told me, but anybody he put I don't know after either, because he said she downshifted to third. But I don't know. It was just a weird one for me, going in a straight line and all of a sudden the back end going right, and poor old Elise Main, yeah, ended up in the barrier and is now down a lap. Not sure, maybe I'll probably sat in the boat, but Van Gaal's trying to go around the outside of Druids here. Oh no, Hunt takes the inside line. Is Van Gaal going to try and take the next inside? He's not, but he is off the line. Daniel Hunt there, car number 7 is in front of us with Van Gaal. We're on board with Van Gaal, going up into Surtees we go. Left-hander, second gear, getting the car lined up, and off we go now. Daniel Hunt running down into Pilgrims, chopping down the hill, under the bridge. Coming into Hawthorne, there it is. Right-hander, round we go. Hefford, Hunt, Van Gaal and Ayres now closing up onto the back of these guys. Drop down the hill, up the other side, round the right-hander. Oh, Van Gaal got a slide on, managed to hold it. Ayres gone out again. Off track. Love to be able to see how many off tracks Mr. Jamie Ayres is got at the moment. Because currently he's been taking a lot of lines there, and yeah, it's you know, really pushing it a little bit. But maybe we'll just have to see how that's materialising. Maybe I don't know, but it seems to be a lot going on here. Jamie Ayres currently is on 7 off tracks. Doesn't include any 4Xs, obviously, but we've got 7 currently, so the minimum we could be on is 11. So there you go. Let's see what's happening with Craig Jones and Mike Wortman if we can. They are literally having a battle. 0.21 seconds back. There they are there. Mike Wortman, Craig Jones, Darrell Wright in front of us. Darrell's currently second in the AMs overall, behind Jason Morris, who is 5th, up 4 cars up the field. So it'll be interesting to see. I don't think Wright's going to get him, but because he has got the Lumen, Wortman and Jones behind him, as these guys are coming out round Surtees and down into Pilgrims for race 3. White flag lap now. They've taken the white flag. Oh, Everett's got all out of shape. Everett got out of shape there. Second to last, so we're coming up to the second to last corner of Surtees on this Stirlings on this run down through Clearways, coming down into the last corner of Clark. Is he going to hold it here? Steve Hefford. Daniel Hunt's going to try to go the long way round. It's not going to work if Hefford hugs that inside line. Oh, Hunt, Hefford, contact. Contact, Hefford takes it. Hefford takes it from Hunt. Hefford, Hunt, Ayres, Van Gaal, Morris, Wright, Wortman, Jones there, Darrell Wright holds on. Oh, Hefford, Hunt and Ayres. Ayres makes it, and is the only man to have done this tonight. Makes it 3 out of 3 podiums for Jamie Ayres. 3rd, 1st and 3rd. So he's the only man currently to go 3 for 3 for podiums. So, yeah, Jamie Ayres doing an absolute stellar job. We're waiting for the last car, which is Andy Littler's come across the line. Here we'll bring you up the results of this race 3 before we have to change over into the next session. But currently, as you can see, Steve Hefford is your victor for race 3. Daniel Hunt in 2nd, Jamie Ayres in 3rd, Pete Van Gool in 4th, Jason Morris 5th, Pete Newman 6th, Charles Kellerman is in 7th, Darrell Wright 8th, Mike Waltman 9th, Craig Jones in 10th, Andy Maxwell in 11th, Steve Hansford in 12th, Alan Toon in 13th, Craig Crawford 14th, Andy Littler 15th, Elise Maid 16th, Ralph Cullinan 17th, and Martin Sampson there in 18th place. So there you go, and he won. Look at that gap, 0.001 of a second. Steve Hefford took that from Daniel Hunt. Absolutely incredible racing from them two. Right, guys, we are just about to change over sessions into the last race of the evening. So, guys, as always, we'll be back very, very shortly. Don't go anywhere. guys, we are back for the final race this evening, and that was absolutely incredible. Jamie Ayres making it 3 out of 3. The victory there taken by Steve Hefford, with Daniel Hunt in second place. Absolutely incredible racing from them, guys. Don't forget, guys, if you are here for the first time, hit the subscribe button, turn on the bells for notifications, and don't forget to give the video a big thumbs up, because that will be absolutely amazing for us here at the UK SimRacers YouTube channel. All the support we can possibly get is well deserved, because I think you'll admit the racing has been absolutely fire, as Pete Van Gool says in chat this evening. Van Gool there second in race 2, unfortunately out in race 1. And not much luck there, sir, in race 3. But, you know, you're doing the biz. You're doing the biz. You're on track. That's all that matters. So, well done to you, young man, for sticking with it. Right. We go race 4, ready to up and rumble now. Still here at Brands Hatch. You have to join us next week for we're at Interlagos, I believe, next week. So join us for that on a Tuesday evening. We will be live at about 20 to 8, and we will come in about 10 minutes later. So please stick with us. There is the schedule on the screen at the moment. We're at Interlagos next week, then Watkins Glen, then Daytona. So an absolutely epic night. 3 weeks left of the season, and we are broadcasting next season as well. I had a chat with the league organizer in Charles Kellerman, and we will be broadcasting next season. So there you go. Stick with us, guys. It's going to be absolutely incredible. Don't forget, you can follow me on Twitter at JParfitt12 on Twitter, or head over to JamesParfitt.co.uk to see where I'm live all week. I've got a massive event on Sunday down at Clay Pigeon to cover real life BKC karting event on Sunday. So tune in for that one, because it's going to be nothing short of than amazing, to be honest. So make sure you got it set in your diaries, ready to go, and come and join me on Sunday to watch some great racing from the BKC, doing the business as well there. And you can hit up on this video and set it as a reminder. Okay, make sure you set it as a reminder, because I will be live doing the BKC event on Sunday from Clay Pigeon. That's going to be absolutely incredible. So coming into about the last minute and a half of practice left. So stick with us. Last race of the night, 15 minutes here at Brands Hatch. It's, well, if it's anything like the first 3 races, it's going to go off big style. And the last race is always very, very entertaining from these guys, as we're just dropping down into nightfall now. Sun is setting. The lights have come on in the cars. You can see them there. Bring a different dimension. The weather currently at 5:08 in the evening on May 15th, 2022. Track temperature of 18 degrees centigrade. So, yeah, the winds dropped down to 1 mile an hour. So hardly any wind there, and it's slightly cloudy today in England. Surprise, surprise. You know what I mean? This is the UK after all. Our summers are about, well, we've just had it. It's about 3 days long before we get back to the rainy weather. We're supposed to have this wonderful heat wave this week, and, well, not so much today. Hot in the afternoon, but God, blimey, it wasn't nice in the morning. Well, not where I am in the UK anyway. I don't know where you guys are. Obviously, let me know whereabouts you guys are. But for me, it wasn't so great. So, yeah. But the afternoon, it brightened up and got a little bit hotter. Right, we're coming now in to, we'll show you the grid very, very shortly. But definitely, guys, if you are about Sunday, all the love and support will be absolutely amazing as I do my second BKC commentary event of an all-dayer, very long day. 6 hours of racing. So here we go into race 4. Andy Littler in pole, Craig Crawford in second, Alan Toon third, Steve Hansford fourth, Andy Maxwell fifth, Craig Jones in sixth, Mike Waltman seventh, Darrell Wright eighth, Charles Kellerman ninth, Pete Newman 10th, Jason Morris 11th. Pete Van Gaal is in 12th place, Jamie Ayres in 13th, Daniel Hunt 14th, Steve Heff 15th, Elise Main 16th, Ralph Cullen 17th, Mike Sampson 18th, Mick Barry 19th. And we made it again just before all the cars get onto track. There you go, done and dusted. This race is not 24 minutes, guys. It will be nine laps of the track. So here we go now, ready to go. And we are off now. Andy Littler gets away with Craig Crawford in second place. Alan Toon in third, Andy Maxwell in fourth, Craig Jones in fifth, Waltman in sixth. Now they're running side by side. Toon on the inside of Maxwell. Newman is in the mix as well. Oh no, there's a spinner right in the middle. It's Waltman, Van Gaal off, Barry off, trying to avoid the collisions. Oh, it's Sampson. Oh no, contact with Mick Barry. Daniel Hunt now trying to avoid the carnage that's happening in front of him. But Craig Jones has managed to get away. He is in fourth, Newman fifth. Toon down in sixth place. That was Waltman, Hunt, Van Gaal, Barry, all off track within the space of a few seconds in the race. We're looking at maybe 10 laps. There you go, 10 laps is on there, on top of the left-hand side at the time it tells you we will have 10 laps of Brands Hatch. But Mike Waltman, oh no, Andy Littler has gone round as well. Pete Newman, Andy Maxwell, Alan Toon, all involved in this battle. Craig Crawford out in front, Craig Jones second, Newman in third. I've got to be honest, guys, Newman is sitting in the prime spot at the moment because it would be Newman's race to lose. He knows he is quick. Oh no, Charles Kellerman, Ralph Cullinan having a tag as coming together and a contact. That's put Kellerman into the hands of Darrell Wright. Steve Hefford behind it now. Here we go, Charles Kellerman, Ralph Cullen and Darrell Wright. Wright's trying to go up the inside, further up the field. Craig Jones, Pete Newman now takes second position. Craig Crawford third, Andy Maxwell fourth, Toon in fifth. Cullinan swap with Kellerman. They're still swapping. Oh no, it's contact up front. Jones, Toon. Oh no, final race and everything is going off. I think we've had more crashes in this race 4 than we did for pretty much most of the other races put together here. Oh, Jones was just slow. Newman through. Oh. Toon straight into the front. Nowhere to go. Andy Maxwell down in 6th. Hefford in 5th place. Right, what can Andy Maxwell do now? Maxwell's got to try and stay with Hefford. Newman has taken the lead and is on a run away. Cullinan and Crawford side by side. Crawford on the grass, comes back on track, bent out of shape. Hefford there, this is not going to stop. This is not going to stop. Oh, he stopped it. Craig Crawford, Sampson's on the grass. Sampson and Crawford. Oh no. Crawford survives and then unfortunately didn't survive Martin Sampson. Oh, Sampson was all out of shape on the grass. Into the side of Crawford he went. Ayres and Main side by side coming up into turn 1 now. Ayres takes 7th position. So unfortunate. You all better have your helmets on, yes, says producer Tyler, because I tell you what, these guys are chucking everything out of these MX5s at each other at the moment. There's more accidents in this one race. Oh, Main's gone round now as well. Oh, it's all going off in race 4. Maxwell still with Hefford. He's got Charles Kellerman in 3rd in front. Ralph Cullinan is in 2nd. Stellar job there. We're talking about curses. We're looking at the producer's curse at the moment because everyone that our producer Tyler goes to, everybody crashes. So hopefully Andy Maxwell will not do the same thing with Steve Hefford. He's got past Steve Hefford at the moment. Dropping down Dingle now up the other side. And we go on the right hander. Don't forget this right hander's blind. You don't see the apex till late. Kellerman, Maxwell, Hefford. Oh, less than a second between these three cars. How is this going to materialize going down into the last corner? Into Clark. Hefford's on the outside. Maxwell's there, just lets the car drift a little bit. He's got to hug that inside line, otherwise Hefford's going to send it up the inside. Lap 4 now they're on. Oh, there's Morris making a move on Van Gaal. There's contact with Morris and Van Gaal. Oh, Van Gaal's going to try and come up the... Oh, I thought he should try and come up the inside line at Druids. Maxwell there, side by side with Hefford, dropping down now on the run out into Surtees we go. Maxwell's taking the inside line, he's gone defensive already. He's defending so hard at the moment. He could do with Kellerman just dropping that back a little bit and giving him that toe to try and stay in front of Hefford. On board with Steve Hefford now, 5th place, up 10. Ralph Cullinan is in front on up 15 places. Hefford takes a big chunk of grass now. There's all the gainers on the left-hand side there. Have a look, see who's moved, see who's dropped. Hansford, Toon and Jones, your top losers of race 4 within your top 11. Down 17 positions combined. Up front, you see it now, Hefford's up 10. This car is not looking too comfortable at the hands of Steve Hefford, and that's not on Steve Hefford. He did say the setup is really, really loose, and he's trying to keep this MX5 on track. And all the while, Jamie Ayres is closing up behind him. Hefford now in 5th place. This is on Mick Barry on Elise Main. Barry with the pink, the purple wheels. Main's on the grass again. Elise Main manages to hold it on the grass. Barry, no, Barry and Sampson. Barry's gone round. Oh, Mick Barry gone round there. But there he is, Ralph Cullinan, Charles Kellerman, Maxwell, Hefford and Ayres. Down Pilgrims they go now for lap 5. Drop down the hill, under the bridge, we're going into Hawthorne, the right-hander. Dab of the brakes, get the car lined up, get on the accelerator and away you go. Hefford now, short sprint down Minter straight, Derek Minter straight down into Westfield we go. Dropping down the hill. Up the other side, going up into the blind corner. Right-hander. Kellerman in this front three. A slight touch of the grass for Maxwell. Hefford's on the outside. Hefford's into the barrier. Oh, Maxwell's still going. There is complete and utter carnage here at the moment in race 4. These drivers are trying so hard. Craig Jones, Jason Morris, Steve Hansford. There is Jones there from car number 57 is Hansford. Nothing doing. Back now we go with Jamie Ayres and Andy Maxwell. Maxwell now dropping down into Graham Hill Bend on this run up into Surtees. Ayres is trying to take that inside line away. Morris in 7th, Jones 8th, 9th is Hansford. That's the battle for the AMS. on the nose of Ayres, now running down Pilgrims. We go down the hill, under the bridge, into Hawthorne, down with the brake. See the lights there from Maxwell, gets back on the gas as soon as he can. Gets that car pointed up as we head up into Westfield now, right-hander. Oh, Ayres carrying a lot more speed, takes a lot more exit curve. Where's he going to go? He's trying to go up the inside. Maxwell had his nose chopped off. They kept him covered there. Now we're now on the outside. Can Ayres hold it? Final run down clearways before we go into Clark. Drop down the hill, now we go. Ayres is trying to dummy Andy Maxwell to no avail at the moment. Maxwell's taking that inside line across the start-finish straight. Ayres trying to go around the outside. He's going to take it the long way round turn one. He's trying to that cut back up the hill. Maxwell couldn't do anything about it. Ayres is on the inside now going into Druids. Is this going to be Ayres' position? It is. Oh, contact. Contact there from Maxwell. Van Gool he's coming up to the back again. He's recovered after all those incidents and is now sitting in 5th place. Can Van Gool get through? Past Maxwell, there goes Kellerman, Ayres, Maxwell, Van Gool side by side. Van Gool on the right, he's got the job done over Maxwell as well. That's Maxwell down into 6th place now. Out in front, Newman is away. He's gone by 3 seconds. Cullinan is there in 2nd place, but there is Newman. There is Cullinan. 3 seconds behind, and we've got 2-second gap to 3rd place Kellerman. There he is, who's got Ayres tucked up right behind him, Van Gool and Maxwell. See him on the left-hand side, guys. Don't forget, yellow is above half a second, orange below half a second. And there is Morris, the leader of the AMS at the moment, kind of driving a lonely race, really. He's got 2.6 seconds in front and he's got 9 seconds behind. So he's kind of well in that no man's land area. It's Charles Kellerman now, got Jamie Ayres tucked up right behind him as they come across the start-finish straight. Oh, just waiting for Ayres to send it up the inside. Is he going to make it 4 out of 4 with podiums tonight? Ayres takes a little bit of a dose of curve, lifts the car up in the air, up over we go. Has Andy Maxwell got damage? He's dropped to positions. He's now trying to hang on to Pete Van Gool. He's going very slow at the moment. He's going about Andy Maxwell 2 miles an hour slower than the guys in front. He's topping out at 116. We've got 118, 117, 118. So maybe there is a little bit of damage there for Andy Maxwell. Just a little bit of time. It's only it's really interesting to see at the moment because on the straight he drops back, which is really bizarre because MX5 draft, as we know, is really quite strong. So I would have thought him being a little bit closer than that. But he's not. But these three are Ayres, Van Gool, Kellerman in front, car number 67, leader of these 3-4 train here. See these guys dropping around Sterling's now on this run down. Clearways coming down into Clark for lap 8. Oh, they're 3 wide. Is Kellerman going to tighten it up and hold on, or is Van Gool and Ayres going to slip through on the inside? Maxwell's trying to make a move there as well. Contact Maxwell and Ayres. Massive contact with Maxwell and Ayres is on his roof. That is it over for Jamie Ayres. Is on his roof, and if Maxwell wasn't going slow before, he is going slow now. Let's have another look at that one now. Have a look at the replay. Maxwell's on the inside. Maxwell's trying to come up. Oh. Look like poor Andy Maxwell caught the inside grass, straightened up, and unfortunately the straight of the line just put him into it here. There's a battle for third and fourth. Van Gool and Kellerman. Van Gool's got that position at the moment. No 4 out of 4 for Ayres. That's gone now. As Ayres in the pits. No 4 out of 4 podiums for Jamie Ayres. Thinking maybe Ayres was maybe had to lift off. That allowed the closing speed of Maxwell on Ayres. We saw it there. Maxwell was on the grass. He couldn't, unfortunately, as we know, on the grass in these MX5s, there's no braking at all. Daniel Hunt is locked in a battle though, so if we can go back and have a pick up of Daniel Hunt. There is Hunt. We've got Craig Jones in front of us, less than 0.14 of a second. Hunt's producing new aerodynamics, knocking off the wing mirror. We're going across the white flag lap now. Newman's collected the white flag. I've got a funny feeling this is going to be Newman's to lose here. We knew as soon as Pete Newman got out in front he was going to be strong, but here's the battle for 7th and 8th. Jones currently second in the AMS. Hunt's on the actual, trying to weave and put him off a little bit. Let's have a look at the cockpit replay of Andy Maxwell as we see Hunt just about to try and send it up the inside of Druids. There he does. Job done for Hunt now would be good. Watch Maxwell. Oh. That closing speed played a difference, didn't it? Closing speed there played a difference, but Hunt now has got in front of Jones. We saw it happen at Druids. Can he hold on to it as these guys running down the long run of Pilgrims into Hawthorne? Newman is out the back side of the circuit. We'll pick him up, coming over to take the checkered flag. Daniel Hunt there dropping down into Pilgrims. Newman's coming around the last corner. Let's pick up the leader, Pete Newman. There is Pete Newman coming across the line, taking the checkered flag from Barney. Ralph Cullinan, though, doing an absolute stellar job. Van Gool in third. Morris, Kellerman in fourth. Morris fifth. Maxwell in sixth place. Did Daniel Hunt manage to hold Craig Jones? He did. Daniel comes across the line in seventh. Jones in eighth. Martin Sampson there in ninth place. Hansford in 10th. Here's the train of Maine, Wortman and 2 coming across the line there in 10th, 11th and 12th respectively. Mick Barry coming across the line in 14th place. Craig Crawford 15th. And that, I believe, is just got Andy Littler is in 16th. He's coming around in the back side of the circuit. There he is. There's Andy Littler down in 16th place, just waiting for him to come across the line. There is Littler. Is Ayres back out on track? Yep. Doing some fast and furious Tokyo drifting. Ayres there comes across the line in 17th place after being upside down. He's going to show us how not to go round turn 1. There you go, sideways. Over the gravel. Yeah, there you go. Jamie Ayres producing the Tokyo fast and furious driving. But here is your final finishing positions. Pete Newman is in first. Ralph Cullinan in second. Pete Van Gool in third. Charles Kellerman fourth. Jason Morris, leader of the AMS there. Absolutely stellar job from him in fifth place. Andy Maxwell in sixth. Daniel Hunt in seventh. Craig Jones in eighth. Martin Sampson in ninth. Steve Hansford in 10th. Elise Main in 11th. Mike Wortman 12th. Alan Toon 13th. Mick Barry 14th. Craig Crawford 15th, Andy Littler 16th, Jamie Ayres down in 17th place, Steve Hefford 6 laps down in 18th, Darrell Wright in 19th, there was a lot of incidents all the way through this race, and it started right at the beginning with Wortman, Van Gaal. But however, Pete Van Gaal had a stellar job, because he battled all the way back through. So, let's see. Okay, there is Van Gaal in the mix with Ayres. Absolutely stellar job. This is the incident that involved Van Gaal, Maxwell, and Ayres. You can see there, they've gone 3 wide. They back off a little bit. Van Gaal's taking the inside line. Kellerman's on the outside. Now, this is where Ayres here is trying to go down the middle. The door is open. The gap is there. And Ayres comes in. Now, is he forced to lift because Kellerman comes across? You can see the Maxwell taking their line. Oh, look at that. And then there was just contact. Maxwell up in the air. How Ayres flips over is very bizarre, because at the end of the day, he kind of looked like he dug in on the grass and went over and over and over, unfortunately, for Jamie Ayres. And it was just an absolute epic battle from them guys. But absolutely stellar job from everyone here this evening. Right, so there you go, guys. That rounds out race 7. Round 7 of the series already from Brands. Don't forget to join us for Interlagos. You can see it on the screen on the right-hand side. Absolutely incredible racing, I think you admit, from the 4 races that we have seen tonight. It's been a stellar job. This evening from these guys. If we can get anyone in for an interview, maybe let's see if we can get Jamie Ayres and have a chat and see what he thought about the last race. I know these guys are obviously, busy gentlemen, and they're going to breaks after, because it's been a very very tough night for these guys. I'm not going to lie. Be interested to see with Jamie Ayres though, because obviously he was down for 4 out of 4 podiums. He had 3 already going into race 4, and unfortunately that incident with Andy Maxwell there kind of threw out his 4 out of 4. It would have been an epic night racing. He had a win, a third, and he was on there again. So it's a bit of a shame, but unfortunately he can't join us in the booth. So there you go. Unfortunately, we cannot get Jamie Ayres into the booth this evening. Right, guys, that rounds out tonight's action. As always, thank you so much for joining us. If you do watch it back, let us know in the comment section what you think of the racing, and obviously the announcement that us here at James Parfitt Broadcasting will be broadcasting the UK SimRacers League next season. Okay, that has been talked and confirmed, and that is now on the cards. Now, Interlagos next week, then we go into Watkins Glen, and then we finish off at Daytona in 3 weeks' time. So really, guys, all that's left for me to say now is from myself, producer Tyler Oldham, take care, have a great week. Oh, hold on, no. Let's have a chat here. We've got Alan Toon has joined us this evening into the booth. So before we close out, let's have a quick chat with Alan. Alan, how are you, sir?
Hello, my dears. I thought I'd pop in and say hi.
Before you pop in and say hi, I'm just going to turn you down there, mate. You're going to get very, very loud, but never mind. We've adjusted your volume. How's it been anyway? How's your racing been this evening?
Awesome. Yes, no, I've had a jolly good time, actually. It's been quite spiffing at the back. Yes, I was rounding them up and keeping them in order, and jolly good time had by all, I think.
Yeah. Involved in a little bit, would you say?
Well, you know, I was a the occasional conversation with the wall, the occasional conversation with the rear of an opponent's car, and the occasional spin around. But apart from that, I tend to make forward progress, and I wasn't even last tonight.
No, absolutely stellar job from yourself. You know, involved with Craig Jones's incident, though, in the last race, weren't you?
I wasn't involved with it. Craig had parked his car right in the middle of the road, and I didn't have anywhere to go but actually give him a big kiss right in the middle of the. I've never actually done that nose to nose, but he was facing the wrong way.
Yeah. What did you think coming round that corner and there was Craig
Well,
Jones in the middle of the circle?
I didn't really have time to think much. Fortunately, I wasn't going very quickly, and I didn't get any damage. The car was fine, no meatball. I didn't get any damage, and I was very fortunate, I think, that of course Craig didn't come off so well. But then he shouldn't park his car in the middle of a race.
So, are we sending the blame to Craig Jones then for parking his car there?
It wasn't anything to do with me. I know that. I'm always late to crashes.
So all in all, though, you've had a good evening of racing, haven't you? You know what I mean? That's what it's all about, isn't it? Regardless of where we're finishing.
I have a great time. Oh, I don't care where I finish. It really is matterless to me. These are my friends. This is my community. I'm deeply committed, and I love these people, and I love sim racing.
Yeah, you're not doing too bad in the standings either, are you? Really? You know, you're sitting.
I never follow them, to be honest, and everybody knows this. I don't follow them. I don't care really, and I just poot along. And when I get to the end of the season, people generally tell me I've done reasonably well, which is always a nice surprise.
Okay.
It is, and they occasionally send me a pot.
They send you a what?
A trophy, one of those little trophy things. I've got trophies,
Have you?
Yes. Oh goodness me! Yes, I won. I've won. Yes, indeed.
Amazing,
yes.
What are they for?
I won the. I'd have to go and look.
What are they for?
For winning things.
Yeah, but
we're the work hard team champions, aren't we? Our team, we won the team championship last year.
Right. Okay.
Let me go and look. I'll go and look.
Oh no! Why Alan too goes off to have a look. What he's won? He gets trophies. Bless him.
Alan too. There's MX5 Monday. I'm champion first. I'm the am champion. I'm the am champion.
What, last season?
Yes, and I've got this one. Oh, this is yeah. So yeah, I've got. Finishing is my forte, you see. If I can finish, I do tend to do well by the end of the season.
Right, okay.
If you finish, if you turn up and race and finish, your points accumulate, even if you're at the back.
Yeah, but that's important though, isn't it? I think the finishing is sometimes overwrites the winning, doesn't it? Because if you're up front and you get careered into in the last lap, for instance.
Yes, and of course this happens. Frequently, doesn't it?
Yeah, we've seen it a few times this season, mate. In fact, we saw it tonight with Mr. Pete Van Gogh with Daniel Hunt. But look, let's not dwell on the past. You've had a good evening of racing. We're heading off to Interlagos. How are you there?
Yeah. Oh, I love the place. I absolutely love it. It's one of my favourite tracks, and I think I'll go quite well. I've done a lot of races there over the last few years, and I think with me it's about whether I can hang on with the toe. On the Tuesday night, this is a very high quality league. There's a lot of very good drivers here, so I'm hard put to keep hold of the toe. If I can keep hold of the toe and keep in contact, keep in touch, then I tend to do okay. Well, and if I can't, if I lose it, then it's languishing at the back, and I'm depending on people to fall off the track and chase me.
Right. Okay. Well, that's a fair way of going about it, isn't it? Now, I just want to say, give you an opinion on something. When you're sat on pole position with the reverse grid, what are you thinking?
Yes. There aren't any ladies present, are they?
No, but we do have to keep it clean.
I'm not a big fan of reverse grids in principle. I think people qualify, and the people who are fastest really should be at the front. They've qualified to be up the grid, but then, you know, to me, it doesn't do me any favors in general. I'm fortunate in this league that people are extremely careful, and I'm a little bit quicker than I used to be. So I used to get swamped by T1, you know. It used to be that by T1 or 2, I'd be getting swamped and 20 people would try and come by me, and a nightmare, really. It's not as bad as it used to be because I can get a better start. I can actually have a bit of pace, and people can come by me at a more reasonable, sensible rate. And, you know, I have to let the whole field generally is going to come by me, you know. So, but people are careful. I'm fortunate, you know, these are all my friends in here. None of them want to knock me off, and they know where I'm going to be. Yeah, it's a bit of love.
All right. Well, going back to the incident side of things, we had the most amount of incidents in race 4 that we did out of the whole entire evening, I think, to be honest, because race 4 I find is always a little bit chaotic.
Really? Oh, how surprising. Well, you know, they all look the same from the back. And all the stuff has happened. The only reason I know there's a lot of chaos, of course, is all of a sudden people appear behind me on my F3 board. You know, people who were in front of me suddenly appear behind me, and I'm driving past a lot of smoke on the side of the track. Yeah, disheveled vehicles. And then, of course, to me, that is an awful lot of fun because they're chasing me like crazy. They know they're quicker than me, and they're eager to close the gap. And of course, I'm eager to keep the gap there as long as I possibly can, and it's very exciting. You know, even though I'm at the front, you mustn't get the wrong idea. This is exciting. My racing isn't tedious or dull at all. It's exciting. Even though I'm at the back, it's exciting. I'm really involved in chases. I've been chasing Mr. Efford all night. I've been chasing Mr. Hansford all night. I chase these people all night, you know, and it wears me out. And then I have the people at the front, at the back, chasing me, and that's also very exciting. So you don't have to be at the front, and you don't have to be cheek by jowl with people to actually be excited and having a good time out there, I can tell you.
Yeah, it looks like you're all having an absolutely amazing fun this evening. Alan, well, thank you for coming in and cheering us up at the end of the broadcast.
And I just want to say congratulations. I think you're doing a great job, actually. You do a really fine job. You do the peer review. You're very slick. You're very pro, and I think you're well done indeed.
Well, thank you very much. We will be here again, Alan. It just goes if you do watch it back and think, oh, we are doing next season.
Oh, that's really good news. I'm pleased about that, really, because I think you're doing a really good job, lads. No. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you very much for joining us, Alan. And you take care. Have a great week, and we'll see you next week at Interlagos.
Thank you very much. Kick me out because you need to do the buttony thing. I don't know where it is. Just put me back in my room.
Yeah, it's fine. I will do. Right, there you go. That was Alan Toon joining us this evening. And I think you've got to admit, guys, Alan is just an absolute blast to have a chat with at the end of the evening after such an epic night of racing. Right, now we are going to sign off because we've been going a long time. And good old Alan coming in, keeping us company there, having a good old convo with us at the end of the race. Right, guys, so there you go. So that does round out tonight's racing. As always, I've been James Parfitt, and from me, and producer Tyler Oldham, you take care, have a great week, and you never know, we might see you on the track sometime. Good night.